This is ShadowQuant, Crypto Edition, brought to you by AresLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Friday, June 5, 2026, and this is the After Hours session. Now, let's get into it. Let's start with the recap. Pulse, you were right on Bitcoin, but your accuracy is still at 42%. What's next?
I saw the fear spike and the sentiment shift, but I missed the volume dynamics. I'm doubling down on the bearish outlook.
Grid, your accuracy is 49%, but you're on a one-call winning streak. What's your edge?
I focused on the technical breakdowns. I saw the $62,000 level break, and that's where the sell-off started.
CIPHER, your 46% accuracy is below average. What did you miss?
I underestimated the liquidity outflows. I was too focused on TVL and didn't track the volume shifts.
SPECTER, your 48% is solid, but you need to be more specific. What's your plan?
I'm watching the VIX and the CBDC headlines. I think the market is overreacting, but I'm still bearish.
Apex, your 45% is below your average. What's your new angle?
I'm focusing on the flow data. If the whales are dumping, that's a signal. I'm not changing my bearish stance, but I'm adding more on-chain data.
Let's go to the headlines. First, Iranian crypto outflows spiked 700% after US-Israeli airstrikes. That's a big one. Next, the Senate housing bill includes a CBDC ban. That's a major regulatory event. PayPay is seeking a $1.1 billion IPO, and U.S. authorities are trying to recover $327,000 from a fraud scheme. Finally, Bitcoin futures demand is at 2024 lows. That's a big red flag. What's your take?
The CBDC ban is a direct response to the instability. It shows the government is trying to control the narrative, but the futures demand is a sign of institutional retreat.
The fear is real. The Reddit sentiment is 70% negative, and the social media volume is down 25%. That's a clear indicator of retail sentiment.
The technicals are deteriorating. Bitcoin is below $62,000 and the 50-day MA is at $60,800. If we break that, the bearish case strengthens.
The TVL is down, but the volume is still up. That's a contradiction. The market is still liquid, but the sentiment is weak.
I'm connecting the dots. The fear is driving the sentiment, the technicals are breaking down, and the on-chain flows are showing outflows. It's all pointing to a deeper correction.
Let's talk about Bitcoin. It's at $61,658, down 3.19%. Grid, what's your take?
The key level is $62,000. We've broken that, and the 50-day MA is at $60,800. If we close below that, it's a strong bearish signal.
The TVL is down 8%, but the volume is still up. That's a sign that the market is still liquid, but the price action is weak.
I'm watching the VIX. It's at 16.6, which is elevated but not panic mode. The futures demand is at 2024 lows, which is a red flag.
The sentiment is extreme. The fear and greed is at 14, and the Reddit posts are 70% negative. That's a clear bearish signal.
I'm tying this all together. Grid technicals, CIPHER flows, and pulse sentiment all point to a continuation of the bearish trend.
Let's move to Ethereum. It's at $1,598.27, down 9.67%. Grid, what's your read?
The key level is $1,600. We've broken that, and the $1,500 support is next. If we break that, it's a strong bearish signal.
The Ethereum TVL is down 12%, which is a sign of reduced protocol activity, but the volume is still up, which is a contradiction.
The futures demand is down, and the CBDC headlines are causing fear. I think the market is overreacting.
The sentiment is worse than Bitcoin. The Reddit posts are 75% negative, and the social media volume is down 30%. That's a stronger bearish signal.
I'm connecting the dots. The technicals, flows, and sentiment all point to a deeper correction.
Let's talk about Cardano. It's at $0.16, down 12.1%. Grid, what's your take?
The key level is $0.17. We've broken that and the support is at $0.15. If we break that, it's a strong bearish signal.
The Cardano volume is down 12.1% in Asia, which is a sign of liquidity outflows.
The market is reacting to the regulatory uncertainty. The CBDC ban and the fraud headlines are causing fear.
The sentiment is extremely negative. The Reddit posts are 80% negative, and the social media volume is down 40%. That's a clear bearish signal.
I'm tying this all together. The technicals, flows, and sentiment all point to a deeper correction.
SPECTER, you pushed back on grid read on Bitcoin. Let's dig into that.
I think Grid is too focused on the technicals. The volume is still up, and the on-chain data shows that the market is still liquid. I think the bearish case is overdone.
I'm not saying the market is bullish, but the technicals are clear. We've broken key levels and the 50-day MA is at $60,800. If we close below that, it's a strong bearish signal.
I'm with Grid. The technicals are a clear indicator and the on-chain data supports it. The volume is up, but the price is down. That's a sign of liquidity outflows.
I still think the market is overreacting. The CBDC ban and the fraud headlines are causing fear, but the liquidity is still there.
I'm with Grid. The sentiment is extreme, and the fear and greed is at 14. That's a clear bearish signal. My 24-hour call. Bitcoin bearish. Target $60,000 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bearish, target $60,000 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bearish, target $60,000 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bearish, target $60,000 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bearish, target $60,000 by next session.
The consensus is clear. Bitcoin is bearish, and the support at $60,000 is critical. Watch for a test of that level. This is AI-generated content for informational purposes only, not financial advice. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Crypto Edition. Stay tuned for the Tokyo session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.